Right, okay, well, I think I'll begin. So first of all, I just want to thank you very much for joining us today at 11, because the title, How to Update Your Course, is a pretty boring title. I mean, let's face it. So the fact that you have decided to, take the time to learn is really, really important. So you're probably wondering, why am I here in this webinar when actually, you should just be learning how to update. So I'm just here just to do a bit of a kind of a prefix to it, as to why you need to update your course. Because if you can really understand why you need to update your course, you're probably a lot more likely to get on and do it. So that's kind of what I'm here for. But it's not rocket science. Everyone knows that up-to-date content is the best kind of content, is relevant, people will want to read it, and that's even just in a normal year. But in a pandemic year, of course, not that we've ever had a pandemic year before, but in a pandemic year, it's even more important. So the content that you have, if you know from your course, is comprised of learning modules. So that's where they're learning about your brand, your destination, your airline, your cruise company, hotel, and that's everything that you want them to know about you, so that they can sell you confidently and correctly, which is very important. And the second part to having a course is the top tabs, and that's your sort of static information, pages where people should be referencing them for brochure content, for maps, for videos, anything to do with more deeper information that the trade need to come back to find out on behalf of their clients. And then that's what attracts the attention minutes. So you've got the attention minutes of people coming through and learning, but then you've also got the comeback minutes of people that are still engaging with your brand to learn more. And so when in a pandemic year, of course, the most important top tab that you really do need to think about is the COVID top tab, which we whisked up really, really quickly at the beginning of the crisis, because agents were trying to reference information as best as they could from different websites and finding it difficult. And we realized we've sort of aggregated all the who's who, all the good ones of the travel industry. And so we thought you could then just find it all in one place. But it was interesting because some people sort of felt, or some head offices in fact thought, oh no, we should really go silent on the COVID side of things, it's a bit negative. And so then they haven't really put too much in there or anything. And others have been really active and put a lot of information. Certainly airlines had a lot to say about their services, mostly sad news on grounding services and coming to a bit of a stop. But now, of course, the messaging is changing again, and services are resuming, flights are beginning to resume, and the trade need to know more than ever what the facts are, because there's a lot of webinars there of opinions, there's a lot of things you can read, and there's a lot of concerns in the public of all sorts of manner of concerns that they might have. So your updating of the COVID top tab is absolutely essential, even if it links to a kind of another website where head office is keeping that information going, that's absolutely fine. Or as a place for you to then put some information, some factual information, always bearing in mind that when you have a course, the trader reading it to then be telling the consumer about whatever it is that they need to know. So if you think of it in that mind, and you are telling the trade, you're not telling the consumer, so you're giving them the facts and then helping them have the tools in which to then to pass that sort of information on. So the information, the things that you come back to. Now, messaging, in terms of updates, that's all been changing this year as well. If you think of just the advertising you're seeing on the TV, the adverts are changing. You're sort of seeing Zoom meetings, aren't you? They're kind of altogether different. And all of us had to tear up our marketing plans and our business plans to try and cope with this year. And you had to then try and work out, how do you market your brand whilst you're not flying or cruising, or even people are coming to your destination. I mean, even just saying it out loud is beggars belief, but anyway. See, the messaging that you've had to do has been completely different. Some people have been recording sounds of nature. We've seen, tombs in Egypt have been sort of 360 footage and history, and that's been quite interesting. And Kennedy Space Center, I've mentioned this before, did a link into space, so you could sort of go into the space station. So the way in which we talk about our brands has changed already quite a lot. But the course at the end of the day still needs to be, you know, informative and inspiring and good content for the agents. But you might find going forward that you might want to reserve one of those modules to be even perhaps a COVID module, to get all that information that the trade is so hungry to truly understand, so that they can tell the consumer. But now is a bit early to do that, because appreciate we're still working it all out. And things keep changing. So for the moment, you just want to keep changing the top tab. But we are actually doing some webinars. We're calling them Destination Unlock, hashtag pack your bags. That was, I thought that one, pack your bags. And you can participate. I'm not charging for that because it's to do with this year, and anything that's going to help with information to the trade that's going to get the consumer confident to travel is going to help everybody, and that's what we're all about. We're all in this together. So we're starting off the first one next week with Barbados. They've unlocked their borders, and the CEO is going to be talking about what that looks like, from literally the customer experience from the airport the way through transit into the hotels, and have the head of the Hotel Association of Antigua as well on the webinar. So the idea is you get the different elements, whether it's hotels, airlines, tourist board, together to all talk about how the destination is welcoming tourism again, which is so good to see. We're finally getting into that. And then OTT, we're not the media, we're not press. We are kind of like media in a way. We're at least a channel, a marketing channel for you, but we're not press. So you send me the questions and I do the interview. And so you'll find there won't be any tricky questions as a result. So just to bear that in mind. So that's just a little advert on the webinars coming up and more support. But in the meantime, I just wanted to sort of say to you a little bit about updating courses, why it is so important, and why I'm really, really grateful that you have decided to join us this morning. And now I'm going to hand over to Yamanti, who's our account manager, who I know many of you may already know. We also have Angelica on the call, so she's our technical backup as well today if we need anything. And then of course, if you've got any questions as we go along, or questions at the end, then just pop them into the Q&A or into the chat, and we can go from there. If you want to even say hi or say a few words, I think we can possibly even reveal your camera and so on. So that's a possibility. And we'll try and go as slow as we possibly can too, to help you understand. But we're doing simple updates, because anything more complicated, it can always be done by the account manager, so rest assured. So Yamanti, over to you.
Yes, thanks, Julia. So I'm going to share my screen with you all. Just give me a second. Okay, brilliant. So hopefully you're all seeing my screen well. So I'm gonna just start with the first course, which I think is a really great example. So basically it's Czech Republic, and they have the COVID-19 Top Tap. So as Julia mentioned, is really, so at the moment COVID-19 Top Tap is really popular, and we get a lot of requests from our clients to get this Top Tap updated. So basically, if you wanna make some small changes on your COVID-19 Top Tap, it's very simple. So first of all, what you have to do, you have to make sure that you have the login details for your portal. So this is the backend of our portal. And if you don't have the login details, just please ask your account manager, who will be able to assist you. So once you're in the backend, so all the amendments can be made through the course's Top Tap, and you have to make sure that you have your version ID of the course. Again, account manager will be able to help you if you need any assistance. So I'm going to start with Czech Republic UK course. So I'm going to select Actions, Edit. And here you're in our backend of the Czech Republic course. So on the left-hand side, you will find the top navigation pages here. So this is where you make amendments in your top tabs. So if I scroll down, here's the COVID-19 top tab. So if you want to make any changes, you have to select edit. And once you're in the top navigation page, you have to scroll down and you will find that basically the COVID-19 top tab is made of several sections. So here in Czech Republic, we put everything in section 1. And here you will find the subject title as well as the copy, and also the websites are hyperlinked. So if you want to make any changes, it's pretty simple. This works like a Word document. So if you want to delete, you will just simply take out the content that is relevant. If you want to make the if you want to change the font or select the size, so again, you have to select the relevant, you have to select the words, and basically here you can change the font name as well as the size. Another thing good to know is how to hyperlink. So again, if you want to hyperlink, let's say the website, you will just simply hyperlink the word, and here you see the icon link. You will select link. You will insert the relevant URL, and also just to make sure that in the target you select the new window, which means that when someone clicks on your on the link, the page doesn't overwrite, so it opens in a new page. So that's really important. Now the other thing what is good to know is how to upload images. So all the images, they have to be uploaded through the browse button. So please, I've seen in the past that some partners, they just basically copy paste images here in the text box, but this is not mobile responsive. So just please make sure that all the images are basically selected from your device. So let's say you will select browse and you will select the right image. We don't really have the requirements for the size requirements for the images, because on this system you just have to select the right layout. So whether it's on the right hand side, you can see here, or maybe if you want to put it underneath the copy text as well, you can select it. So this is how it works. So basically you can just play around. And once you're happy with the copy text and with everything, you just have to select a save. So I'm just gonna cancel for it now because I'm not making any changes. And also what is really good, so while you're making changes in your top navigation pages, you can always preview. And basically if I select course preview, it will open me in the preview version. Basically, this version is not live, so you can make as many amendments as you want, but it won't go live until OTT approves that. So in order for OTT to approve, you just have to make sure that once you save everything, then here you will find on the right hand side the bottom which says request to publish. So I will select request to publish, and then I will select submit, and here you will see waiting for OTT review. So basically you just have to wait for OTT to approve. Normally, it doesn't really take a lot of time. I would say if you submit, let's say if you submit today, all the changes will be approved by the end of the day. So yeah, you really don't really wait much time for changes to be approved. So yeah, so this is how you make the COVID-19 top tabs. If you have any maybe more, let's say if you have any questions how to upload more than one image or anything, basically just contact your account manager, and then we will be able to help you. Now, the other one which I wanted to show you is the Gran Canaria course. So the prize draw top tab. So this is also very popular top tab, and lots of clients, they running competitions, whether monthly or 3 months. And basically it's really good to know how you can make the changes in your prize draw tab. It's very simple, and if you want to make small amendments, it's pretty similar as you do with the COVID-19 top tab. So this is the Gran Canaria prize top tab. So you see they have the content on the left hand side. They're offering a really amazing prize, which is a fantastic holiday to Gran Canaria, and they also have their an image, and also the logo of Gran Canaria. again, so I'll go back to our backend of the portal, and now here we have the Gran Canaria course. I will select the version ID, which is the for UK course. I will select actions, select edit, and here you're in our backend of the system. So competition page is also located under the top navigation pages. So I'll select the top navigation pages, and the competition is actually here. So I will select edit. And again, it's the same as the COVID-19. You will just scroll down, and if you want to make changes again, you will make the changes in this text box. Now, the other thing which I did not mention, but it's really important, if you want to, let's say, if you want to delete the whole competition content and just to reinsert everything, let's say a new copy, please don't copy paste anything from the website. Everything has to be copy pasted into the notepad. Just make sure that once you copy paste into the notepad, so when you copy paste into the notepad, the all formatting is basically clear and the coding is also clear. So then you can basically make you can change the font or the size here in this text box. So just please make sure that everything is copy and paste into your notepad so that your formatting is clear. And yes, so I think these are the most important elements that are used the most. Sometimes clients like to change the color of their of the subject title. So this is where we have the text color, and if you select more colors, you can also type in your code, your color code. So and if you want to change the color of the subject title, so you will insert the code here. And yeah, I think this is the most important, just to know the basic elements that's going to be very useful for you in the future. And again, let's say if the competition ends, you can just here in the text box, you can just delete the competition page and just type in something along the lines that waiting for the winner to be announced or something just like that. And yes, again, you select save. In this case, I will cancel because I don't want to make any changes. And you can also select course preview so you can see how the changes looks like. Again, if you made any mistakes and you select request to publish, don't worry, just contact your account manager, and we're pretty fast at replying. And yeah, so we just make sure that the issue is fixed. Now, the last thing is also good to know is how to make some small changes in one of your module pages. So so I select NA course. So I'll select module 1, just to kind of give you an idea. Loading a bit. I really hope you can all hear me well, by the way.
Yep, we can hear you fine.
Okay, brilliant. Just checking. Sorry about that. Maybe I'm just going to refresh the page again. Okay, brilliant. So module 2 is okay, is also good. So this is kind of like a banner, like introductory banner or page, whatever you call it. And if I select start module, so you will find the module pages. So we have module 2, we have module 3. So basically, so this module is pretty simple. It has an image and also the content on the right hand side. So if you want to make changes in one of your module pages, you just simply have to go back to the back end of the portal. So here I have All Nippon Airways course. So again, I will select actions, edit. Okay, and here we have we have to make sure that we select the course module. So the course module, so this course has 4 sorry, it has 5 modules. So the first one that I just that I was showing you is get ready for takeoff. So this is the banner page, and these are the pages of the module. So we have module page 1, page 2, page 3. So if I select welcome to NA, so I'll select edit. So this is basically the content here. So if I just go back again, sorry, this is the module 2. Maybe I'm just going to show you module 2, so it's going to be more clear for you. Yeah. Sorry about that. Just trying to find the right one. Yeah, so this is, you see, this is the content, this is the image, okay? So if I go back to the back end, so again, this is the exact the copy, and this is the image. So again, the image was uploaded, and it basically it was uploaded through the browse button, and the image, the layout of the image was selected to be in on the left hand side, and the content is here. So again, if you want to make any changes or you want to delete, you just simply delete and type in the relevant the right content. So yeah, I see there are some questions as well. So we're gonna look at your questions at the end of the session, but I just kind of like wanted to show you how you make some quite simple changes anytime, and that basically would save your time and our time, and it's just going to be beneficial for both parts. So yeah, and so this is how you make the changes in your top tabs and in the course module. So if you have any questions, just please, I'm sure you can type in the question in our Zoom chat. So yeah.
Sorry. Thank you very much, Yamanti. So you're certainly zooming along in, I think when you know a product so well, you know, you whiz here, you whiz there, it's sort of how it is. So I hope you're kind of coping with it. We will have a recording of this, obviously, so that you can have the recording and, you know, slow it down and watch it back. And so, yeah, so we will do that for you. So there was one question which Sean from WestJet has asked. So thanks very much, Sean. Yamanti, he would like to see the hyperlink again. So the hyperlink in particular to opening a new page, if you could show that.
Yes, sorry, I think maybe I was too... okay, I'm sharing my screen. Yes, I'm just checking.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Yes, of course. So, so let's go to the top navigation pages. I will select the COVID-19, select edit. So yeah, so here you see, so how you hyperlink. So let's say I want to hyperlink coronavirus update. So I will select the whole sentence, and here there is a link. You select link. And here you have to type in the right URL. And once you type in the right URL, just make sure that in the target or target section, you select new window. So in this case, when someone clicks on the link, it basically, the page opens in a new, it basically doesn't override, so it opens in a new page. So this is how you have to link any text or, yeah. This is how you do it.
Okay. So, and also you were mentioning that anything you want to cut and paste from a website or from a Word document, you should first of all add it into,
so
what did you say?
Yeah, and the notepad. Let me just show you.
Word, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So this is the notepad. I didn't really open it. So yes. So for example, just gonna, if you wanna, let's say, copy paste anything from the website, you just have to make sure that you copy paste here in the notepad. So because the notepad clears all the formatting. So basically, when you copy paste everything into the portal system, it just gonna, that it won't have any like font or sizes, so you have to basically create the whole kind of like the whole design again, but this is just the way how it works. But it basically, it's more relevant if you're completely like, you want to delete everything. If you making small changes, I mean, you really you can you can just type in the text box. So if you're not copying and paste anything from the website, but this is how it works, and we highly recommend that because it's just better for our system and for SEO, and basically, yeah. So that's why.
Yes. And when you said when you publish things, OTT needs to approve, I mean, it's not so much approve, it's more just making sure that it all looks okay.
Sorry.
If something doesn't look quite right, we can adjust it or change it. Or
yeah, we normally because normally when we get requests, we don't really like because we don't really know which changes you made. We only see that there was a request for changes to be made. So what we do, we just straight away we published those changes. So so we're not really reviewing those changes. If you want us to review the changes, then just please email us and we will have a look. But we don't really know what changes you're making on the back end. We don't know. We just only approve, that's it. But we're not really going into detail and just saying and just. Yeah, so that's just any question, just please email us.
Yeah, and so we're talking about the courses once they're already published anyway, and once they're done, we're just doing some sort of minor changes. But if, for example, because of the messaging and the way in which this year is going, you wanted to completely redo your course in some way, or at least a good half of it, then I think that would go back to some of you may know Nabila. She does the course production. And then she would literally refresh the entire course for you. Your account manager could help you, certainly with more minor changes and helping sort of sort out a video that doesn't seem to be behaving, or right size a photo or something in that way. But if you're planning on doing, I mean, you would normally do a course refresh, or you should do a course refresh each year, and, you know, to try and keep it really current and up to date. But if you're thinking, yes, I think I need to sort of change things substantially, then I think talk to your account manager and we'll either decide it's account management help or goes back to course production. But otherwise, hopefully today can help you with at least some minor changes to the navigation top tabs, and obviously to some minor changes of modules as well. So just see if there's any more last minute questions at all from anybody. Oh, yeah. We have one.
Yeah, so someone asked about having two images.
Yes.
So it was about having two images on one page.
So yes, so basically I'll just go back how you can upload the images. So for example, if you want to upload more than one image, so this is something that you have to work out and make sure that those two images are like one image. So what we normally do, so because our system allows to upload only one image, well, this is how it works. So we would normally work with the PowerPoint, and what we do, we would just group those images together. So if you save those two images as one image, then you can upload more than one image. So you could just basically create like a nice design, depending on 1, 2, or 3 images. We really don't recommend having more than 4 images on one page. And to be honest, 2 is more than enough. But this is how it works. You just basically have to, you just have to create. You have to group those 2 images on the PowerPoint. If you need any help, we can help you with that, with uploading more than one image.
Okay, so be quite good to get feedback. What we are doing is we are upgrading the portal. So, but don't groan, because what you've been shown today is pretty much the same, but the design just should look a bit clearer and cleaner and just a little bit different. So in a few weeks' time, you will notice a bit of a change of design. And that's to account for some new development that we've been cooking up called company pages, but we'll do a special webinar on that. In fact, some of you will actually be receiving emails regarding your company page, but we'll explain a lot more as to why we've done them and where they're going to lead moving forward, and into sort of how we're improving OTT. Because, you know, tech doesn't stop. You've got to keep improving it. Doesn't matter on a pandemic year. We've got to keep making sure we're reaching and doing as much as we can for the trade. So yeah, let's just see if there's any more last minute questions here. Nope, hang on. open one. So anything you can see, Angelica, that I might have missed?
Not.
There's one from Seb, I think.
Let me have a look. Sorry, it could be. Yes, are we allowed to change the background colours of the course so that it's in line with our corporate guidelines?
Yes, okay. So this is a bit more like advanced, but definitely you can change yourself. But this is just something, I mean, I can show. So if you go to the course branding, so this is the module background colors. So yeah, so if you want to make any changes in your in the module background, you can. So here you can basically select the right color code, and yeah, and then you can change the colors of the background. But this is, so basically it's in the course branding. This is how you make the color changes. And yes, you will find the module background and the competition background. So, but yeah, but you see it's just the same color. So you just have to make sure that the color code is basically changed in all these small sections.
Okay, that's good. And so Seb feels happy with that, which is great. Last call for questions. And yeah, okay, well, you know, stay well, stay strong. Keep telling everyone what you're doing, and we're going to try and help you as much as we can. We're all going to get through this. The future comes one day at a time, and we'll be rid of 2020 soon. If possible, we'll try and have like a party at the end of it if we're allowed. If not, it'll be a virtual glass of wine if it really has to come to it, but let's hope not. Yeah, we'll make the best of it, and we'll help you as much as we can. And so I just want to say thank you so much for joining us today. As I say, it was a very dry topic, how to update your course, but I'm really pleased to see that you've come in, and I hope that this information has been useful. And the best thing is to have a go at it now, if you can think of anything to change, just in order to, you know, yeah, practice makes perfect, and then you get more used to it. Oh, thanks, Sean. I'm glad you found it useful. So that's great. And as I say,
good to know.
Feedback, yeah. And so we will send around the recording, and we will also start to put some of these webinar recordings either into OTTO or onto the actual website itself that you can look back for easily instead of trying to find them in email. So anyway, have a great weekend since it's Friday. Next week, same time, same channel, we'll be talking about how to make the most engaging course that you can do. And I'm back in putting in my pennies worth, some of which I might be repeating, but only slightly, just to show what we feel is some good examples, some award-winning courses, why we felt that they were award-winning, not just by definition of the amount of minutes that the trade thought that they were, but perhaps what was attracting the trade more, and what were they doing differently that perhaps others weren't, and where we think you could perhaps improve your own course to help with maximum trade engagement. So that's all happening for next Friday, if you want to join that. And in the meantime, yeah, have a great weekend. And it's bye from me, from OTT, and bye from Yumanti.
Bye, everyone.
Bye from Angelica.
Bye.
And yeah, that's us over and out. Thank you very much for joining. See you then.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Bye.